Hello, good morning, investors. It's Nuruddin Abdulsalam. Happy weekend once again. It's Nuruddin Abdulsalam of Sienna Properties, come with Nuruddin Lunch. I'm live here, right here in Epe, just before Alaro City, where we have our still yet to be launched estate, Lagoonfront Estate, right here before Alaro City. And just right behind me, you're going to be seeing the bridge part where the vehicles are going. That's the Epe link bridge down to Epe town itself. And you see the lagoon front, that's the lagoon front right over there. You see, so let me give an explanation on this before I even give you the pricing. However, it's a pre-launch price that is going to be ending today, 14th of August 2021. So but before I move to that, let me just give you a brief of this estate first. On the part where we have the lagoon front, right from where I'm standing down towards the lagoon is marshy. That's not dry land. However, you now see right from here towards inside is the dry land. So but the good news is, if you are getting the lagoon front estate, it's actually the lagoon front estate is going for 7.5 million naira until midnight today. Why the dry part, which is the normal residential part, is still doing for 5 million naira till midnight today, and the 300 square meters is going for 3 million naira till midnight today. So even before going further on the pricing, the title, Govt Allocation C of O, the location, very superb, very strategic, just right before the largest estate on a per axis, which is the Alaro City, which is an urban housing for residential housing and commercial hub right here in Epe. So having an estate right beside it really means one is having an estate just right beside VGC. So definitely, if VGC, a plot of land is worth at VGC worth around 100 million naira today, if it should worth around 100 million naira today, then the plots beside it will be ranging from 70 to 80. Like, they are getting edge close to it, which is the edge this lagoon front estate really has over all other states, over all other estates which are way farther than where Alaro City is. So even before the pricing and the gist about the pre-launch, let me still give you a gist on this estate. Okay, there's going to be a residential hub here, there's going to be a commercial hub here, there's going to be an industrial zone here. In this video, you're going to be seeing the layout of the estate. So here is the layout, which is segmented into residential zone, industrial zone, commercial zone. So in the residential zone, we have the high housing, the low medium housing, and the luxury apartments. And then we also have the industrial zone, commercial zone, where we have the central business district, and then the boulevard, a part mainly meant to design the boulevard hotels and resorts. So which means you are going to be expecting more an urban city design in this unique estate. The resort part as well. The resort part is going to have direct access to the lagoon front, which is right over there. I'm still going to go there, show you everything right down. You trust me for that. And also the road network that leads into this estate, I'm going to be showing you that. Well, right behind me is the road part, landmark investment just constructed down to the estate, which is currently being sandfilled, down to the expressway, which is currently being sandfilled. And after the sandfilling, then what comes in is going to be the interlocking of that road part. You can see where those vehicles are parked. Straight down leads to the Lekki-Epe expressway. And I just need to show you the bridge right behind the vehicles. Let me walk close there so you can even see the Epe link bridge. You can see those vehicles on that part right behind those trees. That's where we have the Epe Link Bridge. So this road part, you can see another vehicle coming out from that express, from that way. This road part is being graded by the developers, which the responsible developers, the landmark asset. So you can see the grading is still ongoing, and once they are through with the grading, definitely it's going to be interlocked. You remember I told you earlier that a part of the estate isn't 100% dryland. This part I'm standing on is a marshy land, which is being sandfilled and then graded. This part you can see. So you can see this part isn't an 100% dry land, but right from that part that isn't yet cleared inside, going inside, they are 100% dry land. Can you see? Serious work is really going on here. Okay, can you see that? So this part isn't an 100% dry land. This is the Lagoonfront, which is not an 100% dry land. However, it is already being graded. And the sampling is still ongoing, which means the developers are highly responsible and serious about getting this project delivered to your taste, giving you a world-class delivery on this axis. Because you know, for Epe, the government is highly interested in this axis. That's why you see them developing lots of roads here and here. Let me move away from the noise so you get to hear me clearly. Can you see that this part is the marshy part? This is the marshy part. While swampy part rather, so which is being sandfilled. Can you see the level of the sand filling going on? Why that part where we have the estate, where we are going to be having the residential access, and then some commercial hub as well, is the 100% dry land. Let me move close to this so you can even have a feel of the lagoon itself.
The gate is a street.
So can you see other parts are marshy as well? So, and then that's the lagoon front right over there. But since this part are already graded, I'm gonna take a walk straight down there for you to see. Have a close view of it. Wow, this is a better view of the Epe Link Bridge. You can see the link bridge there. That bridge is where you can see vehicles going and coming over there. That is the road straight down to Epe town, where we have the large dolphin, the popular Ekpeti junction. So can you see? Serious work is already ongoing, yet to be launched, but it is almost sold out. You don't waste time on this. I can get you to own at least 300 square meters to 500 square meters with just 500,000 naira deposit. With just 500,000 naira deposit. So you can see, and guys aren't joking on this in this area at all. Can you see? So I need you to just see the lagoon front clearly. I need you to see the lagoon front. Okay, so that's the lagoon. That's the lagoon over there. This is a very good deal. Can be used for a resort. You can run a JV here. You can develop apartments. Yeah, you can. So this part, like I told you earlier, is a swampy axis that is being sandfilled, while the hard part there is the dry land. Right behind the container in that video, straight down is the dry land. So you know, Snowden of the Salon of Senior Properties commit no land, and I gave you the way it is. without mixing words together. 0703446510 or 08097391641 are the numbers to call. If you are unable to reach me on any of those two numbers, the best you can also do is reach out to me via email. I'm always available to respond to either email or calls or SMS or WhatsApp message from A to Z for 24 hours. Come with me within lands at gmail.com. So I guess you've seen that, and I'm very sure within you now you start considering a lot of options you can actually use a place like this for. However, the good news is it is still on pre-launch price, but the bad news is it ends by pre-launch price of 3 million naira, 300 square meters, or 5 million naira for 500 square meters for the residential plot, and the commercial and Lagoonfront plots are the ones selling for 7.5 million naira. For 7.5 million naira until August 14th midnight today. Serious work is going on here. You've seen that, and this is the rise of a new city, and it is very important for you to become a landlord here today and not be part of those who will tell the story of how they made the offer to you at 5 million naira, but now it is now selling for 50 million naira. I know I have investors that don't like missing out on offer, and you can kill in with 500k initial deposits. Definitely I will work things out for you. I don't like you breaking your bank, and you can easily spread the balance for as high as 18 months. 18 good months. That's way more than 2 years, way more than 1 year, a year and a half. So you don't break your bank, you spread the balance. Okay, why am I even buying a Lagoonfront estate? What's the paparazzi about buying a Lagoonfront estate? First, when you buy a waterfront or a Lagoonfront estate, due to the scarcity of waterfront estate, the values is always times triple of what of buying a normal mainland estate, which has no close which isn't close to a waterfront. Due to the scarcity, investors are always rushing for it, and then on humans' health, living close to a waterfront, beachfront, lagoon front, etc. also enables the longevity of one's lifetime, and also gives one the ability to enjoy the natural way of living. So which is one of the reasons why, another reason why investors are always after buying waterfront. And then a waterfront properties gives you a lot of option on what you can actually use the estate for. Okay, like this estate now, okay, fine. If you are buying the Lagoonfront part, you can use it for resort. You have direct access. It's like a vacation within your home, away from home. You can use it for you have direct access to the Lagoonfront. You can easily wake up in the morning and just take a walk down there. Feel the natural sound of nature right at the waterfront. So that's two. Also, another value is that, okay, you can easily use it for different developmental projects. Like, okay, you can build a resort. You can have a resort if you are doing the waterfront part, that is Lagoonfront part. You can have a resort on it, and even for the homes you are building. Shortlet right here in the is going to be an hot cake. It's going to be a hot cake very soon, but not presently not now. When the likes of the industrial parts start working effectively, Shortlet is going to be a place, and people actually want to have a tour of places like this, where we have a lagoon front where you can easily access the breath of life, where you have access to natural privacy. So, sharing close proximity to this axis is the proposed airport. Not yet started, but it is still proposed. Definitely, you know, when that also come on board, the value of this estate won't be close to what you're actually buying it today. So I've talked about that. I've talked about the layout. There's going to be an industrial zone within this estate. There's going to be a commercial hub, another part set out for apartments, and also the lagoon front zone, which is set out for resorts and hotels. So with all this I've mentioned, you should start thinking, okay, which are the areas I can actually kill. But let me give you another gist. You can buy a plot and do a JV, that is, do a joint venture with other investors in future when this place starts materializing. Okay, in the sense that, okay, you get this plot to yourself, and then you call in investors when this place materialize, and when it materialize and ready for development, you call in investors. Okay, I actually have a lagoon front plot which I got around so area, and I would like you to develop a resort there, a private resort there. You have the land to yourself. They develop the private resort, make the money for some time from you, make the money from some time from the resort until it becomes yours. So let me give you the gist. The reason why, 1001 reasons why this estate has become the most sought after estate right here in Epe town. Lagoonfront Estate. First, the title. The title is something that actually gives one peace of mind. The title is it's a government allocated C of O. A government allocated C of O. So which means it is totally free from all forms of encumbrances, and then it is totally free from all forms of encumbrances, and then you can just have it to yourself without any issues, without any altercations. So that's one. And then number two, it's a waterfront property. A waterfront property is one of the most sought after properties in this real estate industry right here in Lagos State. And the truth about it is actually very scarce. It is very scarce to get. So when people get to see one, especially one that is totally free from all forms of encumbrances, they tend to put their money in because of its economic viability. It actually appreciates way faster. It appreciates way faster than the normal mainland property, which isn't close to water. And then elsewise, living close to the waterfront is very good. It enables the longevity of one's lifetime, and it is like a vacation. It is also like a vacation away from the hustle and bustle of the city. And so, you know, most times when people are in the country, okay, they want to chill a bit in the country, and you need to go out, you need to have a feel of water. You don't need to start going towards, okay, I need to go to the beach, because you already have access to the beach. You can wake up in the morning, have a morning walk down by the beach side. It enables one to have good health for one's living. And also in the evening, a walk, it also helps one to think very well. Like it helps one to it helps the brain to think very well when you have a walk, a meditation walk along the beach front, evening, morning, even before going to bed, or before going to work. So this and some other and lot of things are also reason why people are actually sitting after this. So this is the road that leads straight out to the Lekki-Epe expressway. It is this grading was done immediately landmark properties purchased this estate. So which means the developers, I mean landmark, they are serious about getting things in place in this estate. You see, for anyone, this is one of the reasons why people invest in waterfront properties like this. If the if the developer is quite serious about doing the right thing at the right time in the estate, that is putting all things in place to ensure all properties are in safe condition, irrespective of the weather period we find ourselves, because it's a waterfront property. And waterfront property often require larger investments, but the long-term capital appreciation will be far greater. This place is economically viable for investment for investors in the sense that it has an edge over all these inland properties in the area of value appreciation, both in the short time and high time. And it is in high demand in market, especially the ones that are totally free from all forms of acquisition. You can see the grading these guys have done so far. We need to actually give them kudos for this job in this short period of time. It means they really mean well for the development of this estate and this area. And the road is less than 3 minutes drive from that estate, from the estate straight down to the road. And you can see we have houses around there, just by from the expressway. Like the next block, that's where the fencing of Alaro City began, English language, So we are approaching the expressway already, graded, but not yet interlocked. That's the expressway we are seeing ahead of us. You can see vehicles going, so you can see it's less than 3 minutes drive from the estate. And these guys actually did all this job within the short period of time they've acquired that access. You must give them the kudos. And this means they really mean well, and they are serious about getting things in place, like I said earlier. So you have to put that call through now on 0703446510 and get your 500k initial deposit ready, because I don't need you to break the bank to secure a plot here. 300 square meters, 3 million naira, and 500 square meters at 5 million naira. Remember, this sale closes by August 14, 2021, in the midnight. So you have to just get things started right now. This is the ongoing Lekki-Epe Expressway. We just march on to now, and we are heading back to our various destinations from Ajah downward. So you need to just okay, what else do I need to tell you? You say, okay, this reminds me of a renowned Lagoonfront property investor who once said, there is a particular energy near water that I find healing and restorative. That is actually trying to point out, the longevity of life, living close to the waterfront, having the feeling of natural air, having the feeling of natural air from residents around this axis. That's Neander School, one of the biggest schools around Epe axis. Lekki-Epe Expressway being reconstructed by the Lagos state government, right from Eleko Junction down to, this is one of the famous bridges. This is one of the famous bridges on Epe axis, being constructed right from Lekki-Epe Expressway down to the Epe bridge. And you can see that's Alaro City there. You see the reason why I actually didn't edit this particular video, I needed to see how close, that's Alaro City on the left hand side. You are seeing there how close our estate is to Alaro City. So you see now you can easily paint the picture of what this place can actually turn out to be in less than 2 years. And having such property in the safe hands of landmark property, what they did with how they turned around Eleko within a short period of time, and it led to the emergence of lot of real estate properties around there, and lot of investors swooping in the moment they got to that axis. Definitely they are not prepared to give us less on this axis. Rather than giving less, they want to do more. They want to develop an urban city. So I need to thank you all, my investors so far, for trusting me, and God bless.